Hi friends, coming to you from the workshop with my crazy soaping goggles on, so sorry if I'm freaking anybody out. I just made the cutest little pumpkin soaps, and I was going to whip up a quick batch of cold processed soap and make little tendrils and stems and leaves, and I thought I'd bring you along and turn on the camera while I did that. So here we go. All right, get you into position here. Look how cute they are. They're super adorable. They came out really nicely. The little flecks are pumpkin pie spice, just a little bit. Cinnamon can be kind of hot on the skin, so I put in like the smallest amount. So much so that I didn't think it would be even visible. And then once it started to cure, I think the little flecks started to expand, and it turned out really nicely. So I was really excited. I just had a little extra batter from a larger batch that I did this morning, and thought I'd give this pumpkin mold a try. So now, let's scoot these to the side for a minute. I have just this tiny little baby batch of oils. This is a combination of olive oil, palm oil, castor oil, coconut oil, and a little bit of vitamin E and sweet almond oil. And then this is my room temperature lye water solution. So I'm going to add the solution into the soaping oils. Put that aside. I'm going to start by giving it a quick stir, just to kind of incorporate that lye solution into these oils. Everything's at room temperature, so it's a little bit thick, and I just want to make sure that I'm not getting what's known as a false trace, which sometimes can happen when your oils are a little too cold, that it looks like the oils and the lye have been bound together, but they really haven't. So I like to give it a quick, thorough stir. I'm not going to fragrance this because it's just, you know, decoration for those pumpkins. These are scented with pumpkin chai, which smelled amazing. Where's that? It's right here. It's pumpkin chai fragrance from a company called Be Scented, and it's like spicy and sweet. It's not like a pumpkin pie spice. Like, it definitely has a more sort of savory note. Like, there's definitely like vanilla and, you know, some sweetness, but it is like predominantly sort of spicy, I think, than desserty. All right, so that looks pretty well incorporated. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my stick blender and give this a little bit of a buzz. And then we're gonna pour off two different colors. I'm gonna color part of it with this 3 Olive Martini mica from Mad Micas, and part of it with one of my favorite greens, which is this jungle green mica from Make Your Own. You can tell that's well loved. And we're gonna put them into 2 different piping bags, which I already have prepared. One with a leaf tip and one with just a plain round tip. This is such a small batch, I need to turn it on its side so I don't kick up a lot of bubbles. I'm blending this quite a bit more than I would ordinarily, mostly because I want a thick tray since I'm going to pipe it. I don't want to wait too long for it to be pipeable. So you can see when I drizzle on the top, we're getting an actual like traced outline of where the soap is laying in the bowl. And that is how I know I've got a nice medium thick trace. Okay. So I'm just going to color part of it in this bowl and pour some of it into another bowl to make the other color. Now my thinking was the leaves would be the lighter green And the stem and the curly bits would be the darker green. And we're just going to put some in here. And this one over here. And we'll stir these up and see if we want them any darker. That's beautiful. What a nice fall green. I don't know how well that's picking up on camera. It's like a really nice kind of gold green. That's pretty. All right. And then this one is more like a bluey, foresty green. Actually, now that I see them together, I think they're two sort of radically different. So I'm going to add a little bit of the 3 Olive Martini into the jungle green and just warm it up a little. I still want them to be different enough, but I don't want them to clash. I use this trick a lot actually when I'm decorating cookies and I'm mixing up colors and they don't quite look right together. I'll mix some of the colors with one another and then all of a sudden they sort of have the same base notes and it looks a lot more like they belong together. So that looks much better to me. You can see there's now like a little goldy tinge. Now it's just really, really, really pretty. Okay. So they're still a little liquidy. I'm gonna go ahead and let them sit just for a couple of minutes and firm up, because if I pour them in the piping bag now, they'll just ooze out of the bottom. They're way too loose. So we'll do a little cleaning up and then come back in probably about 10 minutes and see how they look. Okay, it's only been about 5 minutes, but I just picked up the bowl and it's not moving, so that's a pretty good sign. Same here. So I think we're in decent shape. Go ahead and fill our piping bags. I usually just do that in a tall cup, the same way I fill my piping bags when I'm baking. So let's do darker green in the bag with a little plain tip. Okay. Okay. There's a fair amount of soap left in those bowls, so I'll have to come up with something else to do with them. They're unscented, so that might be a little tricky. All right, pull our pumpkins back over, scale out of the way. Okay, so I'm gonna start just by kind of going in and squeezing out something that looks like a stem. And then see how the batter's working. That's actually pretty decent. And I'm just gonna make some little pumpkin-y tendrils. Kind of like that. What do we think of that? I think that's pretty cute. All right, let's do another one. This project was inspired by Ellen Ruth Soap, who is one of my favorite soap YouTubers. And she made some little pumpkins a little while ago. And that was actually how I found out about this mold, which I love. And they sell it at Amazon. It works super well. And I will link to her channel in case you want to check her out, because she is lovely. Trying to think too about how this is going to feel in the hand. Like, I don't want the stem to be too long, because like when you're actually using this soap, I don't want it to be like a nubbin you can't work past, you know what I mean? It's already getting kind of hard to squeeze, so definitely firming up quickly. Hopefully we'll be in decent shape with these little leaves. Let's give those a shot. I'm trying to stay out of your light, but I don't think I'm doing a very good job. Not sure how many leaves I want. Let's see. So I kind of think I like one leaf, but this one has turned out a little bit like janky and sideways. So I'm gonna give this one a second one, and then I'll see what 2 looks like, and I'll know for sure whether I want an extra leaf or not. They're pretty cute. I may have to go ask my husband's opinion, because I don't know for sure. I think they're both cute. I don't know whether I need more leaves. Honey, can't decide. One leaf. I think he's on team 1 leaf. So I think we're gonna leave him as is. Tomorrow I'm going to come back in with just like a little bit of brown mica and a paintbrush and just paint the little stems so that they're, you know, bronzy. And then we're done. I found something to do with my leftover green. I piped out a couple little trees with the extra, and it just opened my order from the Good Glitter, which is all cosmetic grade biodegradable glitter. And there's this like super fun cotton candy carnival glitter mix. So I thought I would just decorate my Christmas trees. dokie. It's the next day. These still look just adorable. I couldn't be happier. And then the little trees are also drying really nicely. They're so cute and sparkly. All right, so as I mentioned, I'm sorry I keep getting in your light. There's no real good place to stand over here. I'm just gonna take a little bit of mica. This one is Magic Mushroom by Nurture Soap. And I have this tiny little palette that I use when I'm mica painting basically anything. Scoot these out of the way. Scoot these over a tiny bit. And I'm just gonna empty some of the mica out into this little palette. This one I've already gotten dirty. And this color, it's very strange. It's like a, I don't know, it's like a brown rust combo that has like a tiny bit of a blue shift. I don't know if that's gonna pick up on camera or not, but I thought it'd be nicer than just like a straight up brown. Let's see if I can get in there. So you can kind of see it, the way it shifts there on the edge. Anyway, to use this, I'm just gonna grab my rubbing alcohol. This is my Mr. And spray a little bit into this little cavity and give it a mix. And so what this will do is give me a decent consistency to paint these little stems, but also the alcohol will then evaporate and leave just like a very thin layer of mica on the pumpkin stems. So there's not a whole lot to it here. I'm just gonna kind of get in here with this brush and give it like the tiniest little zhuzh. I'm already loving this decision. And there we go. There it is, all finished. I love it. So I'm just gonna quickly paint the rest of them and I'll turn some music on for you guys and speed this up. Okay, that's the last one. So I'm really wishing I had made more of these because they're really cute and they smell so good today too. So that fragrance really did stay put in cold process soap. But I just feel like these are going to be popular and I'm going to run out and then I'm going to be sad. So maybe I'll make another batch and do it intentionally this time because this was really fun and just a very successful little beautiful soap. So anyway, I hope that was enjoyable for you guys and thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.